Welcome to this session on Wordroots. And as with every session, we will again take a look at few more word roots and popular words from those word roots. First, com. Com is a Latin root, as you can see, which means being together or common. Some words, popular words are commemorate, commune, and compose. Compose means to put something together, like a song being composed. So, putting together of a song or a poem could be composition of the poem or composition of a song. Commemorate means to come together to give respect and remember. As you can see, commemorate, to come together to remember or to pay respect or to praise someone. Any of these would mean to commemorate. For example, we've all heard of Statue of Unity. It is the largest statue on the planet today. In fact, the tallest statue on the planet today. It commemorates the memory of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India. War Memorial in Delhi, it commemorates the soldiers who made the supreme sacrifice in armed conflicts. So, commemorate means to come together to pay respect or to praise someone. Next, we have commune. Now, commune can be used both as a noun as well as a verb. Commune as a verb means to share your feelings or emotions with something or someone, like nature. Pachmadi is a great place to commune with nature. So, what you're doing here, you're doing nothing but sharing your feelings with the nature. You're trying to feel the nature. So, Pachmadi is a great place to commune with nature. There are many other great places to commune with nature. Commune as a noun means a group of people. For example, the Osho commune, which basically refers to the followers of Acharya Rajneesh. Even in Israel, people are used to living in kibbutz. So, kibbutz are nothing but farming communities, and this kind of life is known as, they're basically communes, a group of families which come together and live together. So, they live in a commune. So, kibbutz is nothing but an Israeli commune. Next, we have the word contra, which is again of Latin origin. It means opposite or against something. Contra, opposite or against something. Words which are formed with this root are contradict, contraband, contravene, contrary, and contrast. So I'm sure most of you might have come across some words like contrast. So contrast means placing together of two dissimilar things. So two dissimilar things. So that is a contrast. Like the contrast between two different leaders. For example, one leader might be dictatorial, another leader might be involving people in the decision making process. So, a contrast. A contrast between two brothers who might have a totally opposite personalities. So, contrast refers to placing two dissimilar things side by side. That is a contrast. Let us look at the other words now. So, we have contradict, which means to speak against what someone has already spoken. When you contradict somebody, you basically speak against what one person has spoken. So, if somebody says yes, you will say no, then you will be contradicting that person. Make statements different from each other is also contradicting. So, the sequence of events, this is a sentence with contradict. The sequence of events, as told by the accused, was contradicted by the eyewitness. That means whatever the accused has told, eyewitness told the opposite, or maybe something very different from what the accused told. So the eyewitness contradicted the accused. Another sentence, during the election speech, the minister contradicted everything he said during the past election. So probably in the past election he made one promise. In this election he is trying to make another promise. That's an example of contradiction. There is a contradiction in what our enemy says and enemy does. Next, we have contraband. So, contraband basically refers to illegal goods whose possession, import, or export is banned by the law of the land. So, contraband basically refers to illegal goods. Contra, against. Legal, law. So, contraband is against the law. Some example sentences could be: in India, there have been several incidences of criminals using contraband phone to communicate with their family and friends. So, criminals who have been jailed, in fact, criminals in jail. So, in India, there have been several incidences of criminals in jail using contraband phones. So, when you are in jail, you are not supposed to possess a phone. So, if you possess a phone, it's basically a contraband. It's banned by the law. So, in India, there have been several incidences of criminals in jail using contraband phones to communicate with their family and friends. Another example sentence: at the border checkpost, the Jawans searched the vehicle for contraband and cocaine. So, in this case, contraband could refer to any contraband goods. Next, we have the word contravene. Contravene means to violate the law, to go against the law. It also means to oppose an argument, but I have seen more usages of contravene in terms of to violate the law. So, in the recent pandemic times, let's look at one sentence. In the recent pandemics, the rally by the politician contravened the government order during the pandemic. So, contravene means it went against the government order, it went against the law that has been enacted for this particular period. So, during pandemic, we were not supposed to assemble. And since the rally made by the politicians made it necessary for people to assemble at a place, it contravened or went against or violated the government order during the pandemic. Another sentence could be: the unauthorized reproduction of written text contravenes the copyright law. So, somebody has a copyright for a text or for a book, and if you quote something from that book, you have to have written permission from the author. If you do not, you are in contravention of the copyright law. So, the unauthorized reproduction of the written text contravenes or violates the copyright law. So, contravene means to violate. Contra, against the law in this case. Contrary, something opposite of another. Let us look at some sentences with contrary. Contrary to what most people think, competitive exams test only fundamentals. Many people preparing for JEE, they study and they do an in-depth study, whereas the only thing that is required to pass is fundamentals. Contrary to the popular nation, so as against the popular nation, contrary to the popular nation notion, the actor was very friendly and professional. So probably the actor's image was not that of somebody who is friendly or somebody who is professional, and therefore contrary to the popular notion, contrary to the popular perception, contrary to the popular belief, the actor was very friendly and professional. Contrary. So, contrary means something opposite of another. Contravention, opposing the law. Contrary means opposing anything, any subject. With this, we come to an end of this session on word roots. More word roots to follow in the next session. Thank you.